So let me guess, you've started an online store, maybe with Shopify, maybe WooCommerce, maybe even BigCommerce. You've spent weeks and weeks getting it all set up. You've probably even spent months, maybe years, who knows? But it looks perfect. And you've told all your friends and you've told all your family about it, and you're really, really proud and you're actually excited for what the future looks like becoming an e-commerce entrepreneur. After you set it live, all the excitement kicks in and you're just waiting for that first sale. But it just doesn't hit, right? It doesn't come in. You don't get any visitors. Well, you might be getting visitors, but it's probably just your mum's friends because she's out there showing them that their child has started this online business and she's super proud and they're all checking it out. But they're not your target demographic. They're not going to buy what it is that you're selling. But behind the scenes, you're actually a little bit embarrassed, right? Because you've put all this effort in, you've told the world about it, but the store's not working, it's failing, and you just don't want to tell anyone that. And the reason it's failing is you're not getting any visitors. You haven't cracked the code on how to get visitors to your store. You see everyone else can do it, right? So why can't you do it? So in this video, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you get visitors to your store. I'm going to take you through 3 strategies that I use to get visitors hitting my store all day, every day, consistently. So strap yourself in. And if you want to grow your e-commerce store from a little fizzler that it is now to becoming a multi-million-dollar store, you're going to need to know what these 3 things are because they're vital to growing an online business. I want to introduce you to a framework which I call the Traffic Trifecta System. It's a super simple framework that gives you a real understanding of the different types of traffic that you need to get to your store and making sure that you don't rely just on one single traffic source. You see, most e-commerce entrepreneurs usually just double down on one single traffic source. That might be something like Meta ads, could be Google ads, TikTok ads, and they just go all in on that and they use that as the way to generate revenue. Now, this can be great when you're just early stage, but the problem is there's a huge risk in doing just a single channel. Let me tell you a quick story about a friend of mine who ran a multi-million-dollar e-commerce business. He was an absolute Facebook ads ninja. He was in Facebook ads all day, every day. He was my go-to guy for Facebook ads because he knew exactly what to do, how to do it, and how to scale his store. He was doing $10,000 to $15,000 a day just from Facebook ads alone. He was crushing it. He just kept getting better and better and better at Facebook ads, and his store was growing. I think he was ending up doing $300,000 to $400,000 a month just by absolutely honing on these Facebook ads. He had this all dialed in and he was super proud of himself and he thought he had an amazing business, which he did have a great business. The problem was he only had one customer when we think about it. And his one customer was Mark Zuckerberg. And if Mark Zuckerberg didn't want him to do business anymore, he could easily stop him. And that's just what happened. It wasn't necessarily Mark's fault, but the river of money that Mark was sending to my friend ran dry when his account got hacked. His Facebook account got hacked and it stopped his ads immediately. It took him 6 weeks to get that Facebook account back up and running. And you know what happened? His $10,000 to $15,000 a day that he was making went almost down to zero overnight. And because it took him 6 weeks to get it back up, that one hack cost him $300,000 to $400,000 and he had no other place to get his customers from. It was pretty much as soon as he did that he realized he needed to spread his risk across multiple channels. Now, if you're starting out and you've only got one channel and it gets hacked or banned or just doesn't work, you don't have a business, okay? Because you're only relying on that one traffic source. So in the Traffic Trifecta, what we teach is how to spread your risk across multiple traffic sources so that if one falls down, you've got the other 2 or 3 to prop you back up. Now, the Traffic Trifecta is basically breaking up all your traffic sources into 3 individual buckets and making sure that we're filling up those buckets with customers regularly so that when we need to get sales, we can just pull out of each one of those buckets. Now, if one of those buckets falls over, we've still got the other 2 full of customers. Now, the first bucket we're going to talk about is what we call paid traffic. Now, that's the one that my friend used, was paid traffic. It is one of the most important ways to get traffic to your store because it's the fastest way. We pay for visitors, they come to our store, they buy things, they make money. Happy days. Now, the problem is we don't want to just be relying on one paid traffic source. There's actually 3 or 4 you can choose from. My favorites are obviously Meta ads. Everybody uses them. They work really well. We can optimize them, manipulate them, and really grow our business. The second paid traffic source that I recommend you try is Google ads. and in particular Performance Max campaigns. These ones are super easy to set up, and when you've got them set up, it spreads your ads across all the Google channels, from Google Search to YouTube to Display to Gmail, you name it, your ads are going to go everywhere. So let's say that Facebook goes down, we've still got Google. If Google goes down, we've still got Facebook. Now, we can then supplement that with places like Bing ads, TikTok ads, Pinterest ads. So we can now see that we're spreading our paid risk across multiple channels. If Google and Meta go down, we've still got Pinterest, we've still got TikTok, we've still got Bing. If any of those go down, we've still got Google. You see what I'm saying here? So we can spread our risk across those paid channels. Now, obviously you need to pay for that traffic to get the sales. So what other options do we have? Now, this is where I want to introduce the second bucket, which is called owned traffic. So paid traffic is where we pay for people. Owned is where we talk to the people that we effectively own or we have all their information about. Now, this is when we get traffic from places like email marketing, SMS marketing, from our social media list. These are customers that we can directly talk to without having to rely on paying for a third-party platform to put our ads in front of them. We can send them an email because we've got their email address. We could send them a text or give them a phone call because we have their phone number. We can send our messages out across social media, our images, our videos. We can directly talk to our customers because we effectively own the communication platform with them. So we can use tools such as Klaviyo, our social media platforms, even the customer data that we get directly within our e-commerce platforms. So this is how we own the data. So if our paid goes down, we've still got access to the people that we've captured the information for. So we want to make sure that on our stores, we're continually capturing customer information when they come in. We're continually getting them to follow and like our pages, and we're grabbing as much data as we can. And now the third bucket that is really powerful, but it does take a little bit longer and it actually just takes up more of your time. This is what we call earned traffic. Now, this is typically things like search engine optimization. Now, if you want to know about search engine optimization, I did actually create a little video on search engine optimization for Shopify. I've linked it up here in the card. So or here, I don't know which side it's on, whatever side it's on, I've linked it there. You can go straight to that. It tells you exactly how to do SEO on your store. Why I love SEO is it's a little bit like planting a tree. We put the seed in, we continue to water it, and eventually it's going to grow and give us fruit. The only problem is that takes time for the fruit to come. So if we think about the three buckets that we have, we're using paid to get customers now. We're going to capture those customers and keep them when we use our second bucket, which is owning the customer. This third one is going to come along a little bit later where we earn the customer, all right? So we can do things like SEO. We can do things like trying to get in press articles, trying to get reviews from third-party people, using influencers, trying to get awards. This is where we earn the marketing from other people. So that's our earned bucket. So we've got three buckets in this traffic trifecta: paid, owned, and earned. So for every successful e-commerce business, they're continually thinking about those three buckets. And those three buckets are going to be filled with customers that we can keep diving our hands into to get sales out of. So if you don't have any of those buckets set up, I actually do have quite a few videos about all of them. I have some about email marketing. So I've got the card up here if you want to learn a little bit about email marketing. And I've even done one about setting up a Performance Max campaign for Google so you can fill up your paid buckets. Now, if you just want to get all the information that I teach all in one spot, I have created an e-commerce bootcamp and I'd love you to join it. I've got the link down below in the description. You can jump in there, find out what it's all about. It's designed for people who are wanting to grow their e-commerce businesses and grow it the right way and grow it as fast as possible. It's called the $1 Million Store, and my goal is to get you to $1 million a year on your e-commerce business. So I'd love to see you within the program. Now, if you just want to follow videos like this, I put videos out like this all the time. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment down below on anything else you might want to learn, and I'll put a video out about it.